Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spinner Saturdays. We're about to go crazy. We're about to go crazy. Okay, so these are all dating sims because I just played a bunch of Order 13, and I would rather die than play another horror game right now. So there's long. I think some of them are demos, some of them are one shots, some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. So let's see what we got this time. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, what could it possibly be? That's the last one I just read. Let's go. Lost in Limbo. Okay. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna think it's so funny. It's not even available because it's not ready yet. Anyways, next. Anyways, I wonder who made that mistake. It wasn't me. That's sure not true. Oh, T. This is another one I was looking at. Hopefully that actually is available. Ha 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 ha. Let's check. Okay, here we are. Boys and girls. What do they say? Bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. Yeah, that. Let's go, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. I love that. Because technically all of it's just gender neutral. You're welcome. Hold on. Oh my god, I forgot. I actually need to do something first. Alright, I did that. I'm gonna have to stop at some point because I'm gonna have dinner with my roommate at some point, but you won't notice because it'll be the quickest, like, bah. So this is Andromeda 6. It is a let me pull up the description. I don't know why I always do this. I swear to God I read them before I start trying to play them. I just have a really bad memory, so every 5 seconds I always forget what they're about because I'm super smart. Yeah, I think it's kind of similar to I forgot. Anyways, so it's still in development. It has 8 episodes out of 10 out, so that's slay as hell. But so we're in the distant future, and we're a lost traveler with no memory, and we wake up on a starship, the Andromeda 6, and we're in a this is our cast on the screen. I don't know if we're one of those people or not, but it's a cast of 6. Wait, does it? No, that's the name of the ship. My bad. Anyways, each with a backstory and their own goal. We're trying to recover pieces of our past and to uncover our true identity and purpose while learning to survive the political turmoil overtaking the galaxy. So I just thought that sounded cool as hell. So that's what we're going to try playing today. Let's start this shit. Okay. Warning: photosensitivity, epilepsy, seizures. A very small percentage of individuals may experience epileptic seizures or blackouts when exposed to certain light patterns or flashing lights. Oh my god, wait! Can I go back? I want to know what he said. No, I didn't read it all. I'm starting this shit over. How do I do that? Main menu. Yes, do it again. Exposure to certain patterns or backgrounds on a television screen or while playing video games may trigger epileptic seizures or blackouts in these individuals. These can hold on. Do it again. Hold on. One more time. These conditions may trigger previously undetected epileptic symptoms or seizures while in persons who have no history or prior seizures or epilepsy. If you or anyone in your family has epileptic condition or has had seizures of any kind, consult your physician before playing. I will try, if I can recognize scenes where they have, like, flashing lights and stuff, I'm gonna put an epilepsy warning, because I don't want that to happen to anybody. That's us, boys. Okay? So, please do not worry about that, hopefully. I will absolutely try my best to, if I see anything that looks kind of like epilepsy vibes, I'm gonna put a warning in there. So we can be Talari, a gentle and intelligent alien race dedicated to their medical studies and nurturing way of life. A human. Bro, that's us. The most populous of all species, renowned for their scientific advances in engineering. And Catalfin. Sorry. If these are actually real races, I don't genuinely look at sci-fi a lot, so I don't know. I don't know what those common ones would be. I'm a very sheltered boy, I fear. So here we go. A humanoid race gifted with the ability to live both on land or on water. This unique species easily adapts to their chosen habit. What do I want to pick? The Talari sounds fun because of the medical stuff. And we're already humans, so why would I want to live that life? And that one's just fish. I want to pick this one. Oh my god, I picked human anyway. God damn it. No. Guys, this one. I'm failing us. Episode 1, Air 404. Is that real, or did we have to pick the other one? Oh, T. Ooh, everyone look at the art. Ooh, look around. Look. Ooh, art. My eyes crack open slowly, one and then the other. In an instant, I'm blinded by fluorescent lights that make my head pound, and at once, I regret the action. From the heaviness that settles in my bones, I feel as though I've been asleep for a century, and with a low groan, I manage to push myself up on my elbows and clumsily survey my surroundings. Where the hell am I? I find myself in a small room, metal walls, a desk and some shelves, 2 closed doors. Overall, the place looks quite bare, and not at all familiar. Look at this cutie bed. Okay, they said, tiny nook. Sorry, I'm taking this seriously. I press my hand to my head in an attempt to stifle the pain, and a streak of pain tears through me. My head begins to race, my mind attempting to sift through all the possible reasons I could be in this foreign place, with no memory of how I got here. And the more I think, the more my brain thumps painfully against my skull. Why can't I remember anything? It takes some effort to push myself into a sitting position, my muscles protesting each small movement. I feel as though an entire building has fallen on me. I attempt to stand, but something makes me pause, a kind of whirring that emanates through the room. And then suddenly, a sudden lurch of movement that has my legs buckling beneath me, sending me tumbling back onto the bed with a crash. That also looks really high off the ground. Maybe I'm cray. Oh, we're dying. Oh, Lord, it's over. Sorry, I'm serious. My breath sticks in my throat, panic and confusion rising in me like a wave. What the hell is going on? The door opposite to the bed hisses and shifts, sliding back into the wall as it opens. And my fight or flight reflexes takes a hold of me. Bro, I got that freeze. I'm a statue now. I ain't moving. I mean, I'm at least looking at who it is. Well, standing didn't work. If we're gonna die, let's go get him. I push myself to my feet, but my legs are so unsteady that almost at once, my ass is crashing back down into the mattress. I settle instead for glaring towards the door darkly. Perhaps if I make myself seem menacing, I can gain the upper hand and fight my way out of here. Since I can't stand, I'm gonna assume that's not true. Oh, hi. Are you okay? You should be careful. You might hurt yourself. I glare at the man who entered the room, assessing him thoroughly. He's so tall that his head almost touches the top of my doorframe. He gives a small, awkward smile, though it doesn't do much to calm me. Is this the small smile? Bro got that flat smile, huh? Apologies, I should have knocked. Gun! Sorry. I track him as he moves across the room, and the metal chair beneath the desk scrapes across the floor as he sets it closer to the bed. He sits and faces me, leaning forward with his arms rested on his knees, and that tight smile is still plastered on his face. Does he have scars on his arms? Like here and here? How are you feeling? Fine. I look at the man over, from his gentle half-smile to his casual posture. My gaze falls nervously upon his pistol strapped to his body, but there's nothing in his demeanor that suggests he intends to use them. Still, I don't know if I can trust this man. It's probably best to be cautious until I can figure that out. I'm fine. My voice is croaky. Oh. When I speak, my throat is rough as sandpaper. I suddenly wish I had some water. Huh. I'm glad to hear that. That was kind of a few, and I said huh, so here we go. His eyes squint when he smiles. He looks filled with warmth. It helps me to relax a little more. You know, I was worried about you after. He cuts himself off abruptly, eyes flickering as though he's not sure he should have said that at all. After what? The silence that hangs between us feels decidedly awkward, his hesitation obvious by the way he fidgets with his bracelet around his wrist. I see it! I'll get you some water. Do you want some? Why say I'll get you some and then ask? Ask first and then get it, boy. I nod slowly, my eyes narrowing on him. He stands and heads over to the desk, where I notice a pitcher of water and a glass. Something happened. Something big. I can tell that much, but somehow I can't remember what. He pours a glass and hands it to me, and I drink deep, the cool water soothing my scratchy throat. When I'm done, I set the glass aside and turn to him again, deciding to take the questioning into my own hands. Where am I? Where am I exactly? You can tell me that much, can't you? He hesitates a moment before his demeanor seems to shift. Yeah, of course I can. Oh, you're on a ship. Andromeda 6. And my name's June, by the way. Well, that explains the movement I felt earlier. We're on a ship. Am I a prisoner here? What? No, of course you're not. You were injured when we found you. We brought you on the ship to patch you up. So you took me from my planet to your ship? Are we still on that planet? Since we're moving, I assume not. So you took me from my home and then just... Okay, well, I was just wondering. It's fine. Injured? How? Hey, what's your name? I open my mouth to tell my name, but I come up short. What is my name? I have a name. I feel it there on the tip of my tongue, but every time I reach for it, it escapes me. I'm not sure. I mean, I have a name, I just can't remember it for some reason. June frowns. The familiar feeling of panic begins to bubble up inside me. I should be able to remember something as simple as my own name. Closing my eyes, I try to coax the knowledge from my memories. I can feel it lingering on the edge of my thoughts, and I know it's close, hidden behind the mist in my mind. Nothing. Why can't I remember? My throat tightens at the realization. Not remembering how I got here is one thing, but not knowing my own name. All the names across my mind feel foreign, not one of them standing out as mine. Panic begins to sear through my lungs, constricting my throat, leaving me gasping for breath. Bro, we're having a panic attack! Hey, don't panic. Look at me. June shuffles his chair closer to the bed, his eyes locked on mine. He takes a deep breath in his nose, releasing it slowly through his mouth with a hand. Oh, different sentence. New sentence. With a hand, he gestures for me to do the same. After a few breaths, in and out, the tightness in my chest begins to ease, and the cool air fills my lungs. That's it. Good job. Now, close your eyes and relax. Just keep breathing through it. I hesitate, but I follow his instructions. Closing my eyes, I roll my shoulders and let out a deep, shuddering breath. I know my name. It's here somewhere. Don't try to force it. Focus on clearing your mind. Let it come to you. His voice washes over me like a balm, soothing and healing my fractured nerves. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Ever so slowly, my mind empties, the darkness it leaves behind, like an endless abyss waiting to be filled. After a few more moments, something clicks into place, like the download button in my brain has regained power once again. Trying to hold all other thoughts at bay, I part my lips and speak the one word that hangs like a neon light in the back of my mind. K. K. That's my name. A breath of fresh air washes over me, the frustration beginning to recede. I try to push my mind a little further, a last name, or even my home. But the more I try, the more the black hole of my memories sucks me into nothingness. Nothing comes to mind, not even the slightest inkling. I decide not to push it anymore for now. My first name will have to do. Slowly, I open my eyes again, a smile tugging at my lips as my eyes fall upon June, and that contagious lopsided grin of his. Is that... I don't know if I'd call that lopsided. It's like barely lopsided, I think. Okay. June grins wider, and it's one of those smiles that reaches his eyes and wrinkles the skin beside them. Hi! Oh, that's lopsided. I agree with that. It's a pleasure to meet you, Kay. Do you remember anything else? I search my mind, every darkened crevice and corner, but come up short. No. June lets out a sigh, as if it burdens him to be the one to tell me whatever comes next. This might not be easy to hear. There was an attack on the palace in Siltavi on the planet of Goldus. I found you unconscious nearby. The bridge had collapsed, and, well, it had actually been destroyed. Our medic healed what she could, but we never expected memory loss to be a factor. Perhaps you lived around the area. Does any of this sound familiar to you? I recall the city of Siltavi. What if that's not how you say that? That's how we say it now. Capital of the planet Goldus. But did I live there? Do I have a life there or a family waiting for me? I mean, at least you remember it. That's something that's good, you know? My mind seems bathed in darkness, coming up blank with each attempt to remember my past. I'm sorry, I remember the city, but nothing past that. June nods as he thinks, absently fidgeting with his bracelet around his wrist. It could be some type of short-term memory loss. We'll have our medic look over you again. If you remember where you're from, we can help you get back there. There must be someone waiting for you. There isn't. The words leave my mouth before I can stop them, but somehow I know it's true. And even if it isn't, what good would it be if I can't remember them? June shifts in his chair, but I cut in before he even has the chance to say more. All I know right now is my name. I have you to thank for that. It's a start, right? I chew on my bottom lip anxiously, feeling his eyes flick over me and knowing that he's not fooled by the casual act. An uneasiness settles in my stomach, and I think that perhaps I'm more shaken up than I've let on. The only consolation is that June seems worried enough for the both of us. I'll take you to see our medic. She'll be able to help you far better than I can. June extends a hand to help me stand, and when I take it, his skin is surprisingly warm, a stark contrast to the chill of the air-conditioned ship. Despite the roughness of his skin and the calluses on his fingers, his touch is gentle. Just like someone else I know. Sorry, when I was looking for games, I saw Touch Starved again, and I was like, oh my god. Leander? I want that game to be out so bad. Oh my god. I love Leander. I would date that man in a minute. What? Not playing. Anyways. For a moment, I think I might be okay to stand on my own, but when I let go of his hand, my legs buckle beneath me. Letting out a yelp, I fall backwards for only a small second before a strong arm wraps around my waist, holding me up. Sorry, buddy, you're not my type. Nah, I don't know about that. You're cool or whatever, but nah, I need a hotter man than you. Sorry, what can I say? Kay, are you alright? Oh my god, imagine. I said, oh, if you want to get closer, you could have just asked. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. June keeps his arm around me until I'm confident I can stand on my own, and even after, he lingers close by until I'm balanced on my 2 feet. That was a close one. Thanks. Don't mention it. Oh, what is this? Okay, that was epilepsy. Bop, bop. So, yeah, anyways. Sorry, I'm thinking about how I'm going to edit it later. I'm cut short when the lights above us blink on and off, and the ship lurches, prompting June to steady me with a hand on my arm once again. What was that? Oh, technical issues. What kind of technical issues? I raise a brow at him. The last thing I need is to be stranded on a broken starship with no memory. One crisis at a time, thank you very much. It's nothing to worry about. Come on, I'll take you to the infirmary. I follow June out of the room and down the short corridor, where he stops in front of a set of blue, transparent double doors. This is where I leave you. I should probably get to the bridge before all hell breaks loose. The alarm must show on my face because he shakes his head and chuckles softly. Nothing to worry about. Head on in and Riona will take care of you. Thank you, June. He pauses for a moment, giving me a strange look that I can't quite place, and then just as quickly, it's gone. You're welcome, Kay. I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye. He smiles gently before he turns and disappears down the corridor. I turn to the doors in front of me. Ooh, this place is cool. Period. I enter the infirmary as cautious and quiet as a rabbit avoiding a trap. It's quite... Oh, not quite knowing what to expect. Okay, T. I enter the infirmary as cautious and quiet as a rabbit avoiding a trap, not quite knowing what to expect. After getting to know June a little, I can only come to the conclusion that he's a good guy, and it seems like he was telling the truth about me not being a prisoner here. The first thing I notice as I pace through the infirmary is the smell. It smells clean, but not in that sterile medical way. More like dewy grass and fresh rain, like the open air and sky. Ugh, my throat's making it hard to talk right now. It reminds me of a cool spring morning, though I can't recall ever having experienced one. It's almost homey. Oh, you're awake. The voice that startles me is surprisingly soft, and my head tilts to follow the sound. Oh, she's pretty, and she's blue. That's what we kind of look like, too. Maybe. Kinda. The woman who approaches me is Talari, by the look of her luminescent skin and her bright yellow eyes. My chest warms with a feeling of familiarity. I'm not the only one. I'm Riona. It's finally good to see you up and about. You had us worried for a while there. I think I'm dying. Lord Jesus, baby, help. Oh, Lord, he coming. You're the one who's been looking after me? She smiles, and there's something so calming about it that it soothes me right down to my aching bones. Oh, cute. I'm reluctant to let my guard down so easily, but her presence hardly inspires fear. Yeah, I'm the medic here. And your name is? Kay. Pleasure to meet you, Kay. Please, take a seat. Let's have a look at you. She gestures with long fingers towards the medical chair that's positioned in the center of the room, and I follow her instruction, crinkling the sheet of plastic beneath me as I sit. Gross, hate that plastic on the chair. I think it's paper for me, but whatever. So, how are you feeling? I have a pretty bad headache, but apart from that, I think I'm okay. June didn't give you any of the painkillers I gave him? I swear, that man would lose his head if it wasn't attached to his shoulders. She huffs as she opens the cabinet and digs around in it, and then she pours a glass of water, coming over to hand me the drink and a couple of small white pills. Here, take these. They will help with the pain. For a moment, I hesitate, thinking it's probably not the best idea in the world to take pills from a stranger, but in the end, the pain in my head wins out. I take the pills, feeling the relief from them almost immediately as I set the glass aside. Yo, that's crazy. That's some fast action shit. Thanks, that's much better. I hesitate, and she cocks her head to the side, watching me curiously. Is there something else? Well, I haven't been able to remember much besides my name. I see. Riona grabs a long silver wand from a nearby table and holds it in front of me. May I? I don't know what that is, but sure. Oh. She was a fairy! I nod, and she lights the tip with a swish, shining the blue lights on the end into my eyes, one after another. Oh, so it's just like a flashlight? Oh. I thought she was like waving it like a wand. I was like, oh, okay, she's a fairy. No, it's just a flashlight. I suspected you had a concussion when they brought you in here, but you seem to have hit your head rather hard. I cleaned it up and lasered the wound back together, but I'm afraid there's not a lot I can do for memory loss. She inspects the old wound next, and her fingers are cooled against my scalp. She gives an approving hum at whatever she finds there. Have you noticed any issues with your vision or coordination? The silver wand is pressed gently inside my ear before Riona pulls it back out to inspect the strange illuminated symbols on the side. My balance was a little off at first. Since then, apart from the memory thing, I've been feeling fine. Riona holds the wand in front of my face vertically, and the blue light washes over me, blinking for a few seconds before it dissipates entirely. When I follow her gaze to the screen behind me, the images have changed, depicting a series of numbers and icons I don't understand. Your scans are relatively normal, aside from bruising here and there, though that's to be expected. She stands back and studies me carefully, her nose crinkled slightly in thought. Physically, you're healing well. If you've already remembered your name, my best guess would be a mild case of retrograde amnesia. Amnesia? Yes, it's more common than you may think following a head injury. Though I can't say that every patient heals in the same way. But it will heal, won't it? Riona gives me a sad smile, and it's only now that I can tell she's just as unsure as I am. Only time will tell, but perhaps if you ask some questions, they might trigger your memory? It's worth a shot. Let's see, we'll start with something easy. Where did you live? Oh my god, sorry. I'm like clearing my throat a lot. There's like mucus in it. I'm going crazy. Well, this seemed familiar, so I must have lived here. Where was it that June mentioned finding me? Goldus? That's probably the most logical answer. Goldus. Riona gives me a curious look, her yellow eyes making some kind of assessment. That's where we found you, yes, but do you actually remember it? I try once more to come up with some glimpse of my past, but it's to no avail. My mind seems to have a thick layer of fog covering it and refuses to part. I don't know. My frustration must show on my face because Renona gives me an encouraging smile. It's all right. Let's try another question. Do you have any siblings? Oh, I don't know that either. Yeah, I don't know. I search my mind desperately for any memory of family, but nothing surfaces. I don't know. Riona gives me a sad smile. It doesn't seem to be a good sign. I see. Don't push yourself too hard. We can try again later. I nod and glance around the room, and once again I'm hit by that smell. I notice how there's something else mixed into it, something sweet, almost fruity. Can I ask what that scent is? Oh, yo, that's not a flashlight, bro. That's kind of like a wand. She said, abracadabra, and then I was healed. Oh, it's my mister. Hmm? Riona gestures to a small, cylindrical-shaped object in the corner of the room, glowing faintly. I can program it to replicate sense. This one is from my whole planet, Larin. Oh, Jesus. She giggles unexpectedly, as if she didn't mean to say that. Oh, so if it's homie, I guess we're also from there. Well, yeah, we're Talarian, so I feel like that makes sense. I guess I'm a little homesick. I feel like that's not true. Did you learn to be a medic there? Is that where you learned to be a medic? On Talaran? Yes, a little. I never actually finished my studies before I left. At the look of alarm on my face, she laughs and gives me a reassuring smile. Don't worry, I'm more than capable of tending to you. I've always had a natural affinity for healing. My mother is a professor and a medical researcher on Talaran, so I suppose you could say I've been training to be a medic my entire life. Her face falls abruptly, that warm smile slipping from her face to be replaced by a trembling bottom lip. And I've had more than enough experience in the field, I can assure you. I believe you. I can see that I'm in good hands. Why did you leave Talaran, if you don't mind me asking? She smiles sadly, and I can't help but feel a little emotion myself, sinking into my skin like dew. I wanted to help people that no one else would. That's kind of you. I don't know many people who would do such a thing. It's very kind of you. I thought it would be, but not all good intentions are welcomed. Her face changes, that sadness I've seen glimpses of every now and then rising to the surface once more. I'm not sure what possesses me to do so, but I lay a hand on her arm in comfort, feeling the cool surface of luminescent skin beneath my fingers. Seeing her like this stirs something in me, some urge to do something, to see her smile again. I'm sorry to hear that, but if it helps, I'm grateful to you for taking such good care of me. Yo, we got that blush or whatever. Sorry. Anyways. Her lips curve upwards, and there's something beautiful about the softness of her eyes. The pink blush across her skin. Thank you. But I'm simply doing my job. You needed help. I couldn't just leave you. You could have, but I'm glad you didn't. Oh, what was that? Okay, that's another one. The ship lurches violently, and Riona and I grab a hold of a chair, secured fixedly to the floor to keep ourselves from flying across the room. What is you doing? Oh, my lord, she come. That's my cat. She's crazy. Again? What is that? Oh, it must be a glass cloud. Our pilot is usually very good at avoiding them, but sometimes the autopilot veers us too close. I look over her, trying to decipher the truth. Technical issues? A gas cloud? Yeah, it kind of sounds like they're lying to my face right now. Somehow I get the impression that both those are a cover, hopefully not for anything worse. Well, we are done here. Best if you go back to your room and get some rest. Your body hasn't fully recovered. Do you think you can find your way back on your own? I'm sure I'll manage. Okay, that's good. I'll bring you some food and fresh clothes in a little while, and check in on how you're doing. Thank you for taking care of me. It's no trouble at all. Now, off you go, and make sure to rest. Slay. I exit the infirmary and head back in the direction June and I had come from to find the room I was in. At least I think it was this way. As I continue walking down the corridor, all of the doors look the same to me. I realize that I should have let Riona show me the way after all. With no other option, I keep going. The corridors are a mix of metal walls and elaborate circuitry, fluorescent lights, and evenly spaced hanging from the ceiling, the occasional patch holding metal sheets together. I look around for some kind of sign, but find nothing, stopping only when I come to the next door. It's larger than the rest of them. It must lead somewhere important. Okay, this is definitely not where I'm meant to be. Curiosity gets the better of me, and while I know I should be resting, per the medic's orders, I can't stop myself from exploring the space. I descend the stairs, passing by crates and various equipment until I notice a small porthole on one of the walls. Oh, this? Wait, small. This? Wait, what are we talking about? Stepping closer, I peek through the window, finding the view, this? To be absolutely breathtaking. The vast dark abyss of the universe is laid bare in front of me, and I count the stars in the distance. I wonder, am I truly from Goldus? I doubt it. Somewhere out there the answers await for me, I'm sure of it. Somewhere in the system lies the key to my true self. My only fear is that it may be unwise for me to go chasing ghosts of my past. Perhaps this all happened to me for a reason. Perhaps I'd be better off leaving the ghosts buried and start anew. But something tells me, deep down, that I need to know. Well, look who's up and running. Hey, you! I'm startled by a voice behind me and I jump, turning to find the source. What if we're actually supposed to be on this ship too? Wouldn't that be cray if they were all lying to my fucking face right now? Relax, kid. I'm not gonna... Holy shit, is that what all the racket is down here? The man who had previously interrupted me steps up to a nearby door, pausing as he studies the panel beside it. When he turns to me again, he swears under his breath, rubbing his hand over the back of his neck. This is not good. The captain's gonna flip his lid when he hears that there's a hole in the cargo hold. I'm sorry, a hole in the what? You mean the ship? Is it safe for us to be in here? I could feel the panic rising again, the fear that we could be sucked out into space at any moment, sounding like a very real possibility. The man paces a few steps, and he mumbles to himself, looking at the door nervously before turning to me. Don't worry, that door's all right. I'm more worried about the Latalis supply we have stored there. The what? When I don't say anything, his lips pull into a tight line. Small fruit? Only grows in Talaran? Ah, yeah, I didn't know what that was. You're Talari, aren't you? Surely you know what I'm talking about. I shrug my shoulders, and he lets out a defeated sigh. Doc gets cranky without her special fruit, and you do not want to see her when she's cranky. Come on, let's head to the bridge. We can chat on the way there. He turns briskly, and I debate running in the opposite direction before I think better of it, and I'm forced to jog to catch up with him. Back in the hallway. Hey, what can I say? We end up right where we're supposed to be. I follow the man upstairs and back to the corridor where he's waiting for me, a friendly smile curving his lips. I'm Bash, by the way. You got a name? Kay. Pleasure. So, Kay, how the hell did you end up in the middle of the coup on Goldus? What? There was a coop? A coop. There was a chicken coop in that? Oh, my lord, crazy. The coup? I don't remember. You don't remember how you got there? I don't remember anything. Well, except my name. June helped me with that. He smiles at that and thinks it over for a moment before he speaks again. Well, that's brilliant. Think about it. It's not every day you get to make a brand new identity. You want to pick a new name? If you do it quickly, I won't tell anyone you swapped it. Not that there was anything wrong with the one you've got, but think of all the choices. I stare at him stunned, and after a moment or two, his face drops in realization. Unless you're not happy about all this? Shit, I'm sorry. Sometimes it takes my head a few seconds to catch up with my mouth, you know? It's okay. It's fine. I smile at him. There's something addictive about his energy. The way he seems to be almost bouncing on air with each step. It's okay. To be honest, I don't know how to feel about it yet. It's an odd feeling, not knowing. I should be feeling something, right? But I don't know. It's confusing. I get it. There's nothing like falling on your ass to make you feel like nothing in this damn world makes any sense. If it's any consolation, I've been there myself once or twice. What, you've had amnesia? His smile turns sad, and I have a hard time imagining anything in the world bringing down a bundle of energy in front of me. My eyes drift to the tattoos flickering over his skin, the ink glowing luminescent under the spaceship's lights, and then to the bionic arm at his side, a network of metal plates and connectors, intrinsically woven together. Do you think he's human? What was the other one? I don't remember the third one. Oh well. On closer inspection, I noticed the hastily patched repair jobs and oil-stained bandages holding parts of it together. I can't help but smile. Keep a smile from tilting my lips. Goofy. Did bionics make you nervous? I snap my gaze to his face, embarrassed at being caught staring, and when he laughs, I can't help but feel like he's laughing at me. Probably not. Have you ever seen bionics before? Your mouth is practically dragging on the floor. No, I've seen them before. I don't know. Maybe I've never seen them up close? Oh, that's it. You're hoping for a closer look. Guys, what should we do? We're gonna save. T. That's it. What should we do? I feel like we're kind of a baddie. Should we roll our eyes or should we flirt back? Oh, we're gonna flirt back. He waggles his eyebrows at me suggestively, and my lips curl into a wicked grin. Two can play this game. I stop and turn to him slowly, running a finger along his metal arm, the touch of it so cool beneath my fingertips that I almost shiver. Bash watches me with curiosity, but doesn't stop me. Are you offering? Get caught, bitch! Yeah, what'd you think was gonna happen? Yeah. He chokes at my insinuation and clears his throat, completely caught off guard. I laugh out loud at his ruffled expression, the moment ending. Careful who you're playing with, Tin Man. His smile widens and he regains his composure so quickly it's as though he was never flustered at all. T. Tin Man, huh? Haven't heard that one before. I like it. Really? I prefer Man of Steel, though. I'm sure you do. We fall into step next to each other, and I trust Bash's knowledge of the ship to lead me to the right place this time. Do your bionics give you any special abilities? Bash flexes his bionic arm in front of him, making a fist and relaxing it again. His face is strange all of a sudden. This is stronger than my old human arm, faster too. Crushes steel as easy as a tin can. But the real moneymaker is this. He gestures to his left eye, giving me the opportunity to study it closer. Oh, this one? It's obvious on first glance that there's something different about it. The way it pulses bright. A bright electric yellow makes his right eye, a dark forest green, seem almost dull in comparison. Infrared sight, X-ray vision, advanced targeting. I instinctively move to cover myself, but he laughs heartily. But when he laughs heartily, I stop, dropping my arms to the side, feeling a bit foolish. Relax, kid. You'll know when it's activated. It glows red. I laugh at myself, trying to recover from the awkward reaction. And the tattoos? Purely ornamental. Jesus! Though I'd like to think they add to my overall formidable appearance. An ungrateful snort escapes me before I can stop it. But then I hesitate, deciding how to word the question that's poised on my lips without sounding like I'm digging for the gory details. How did you end up with them? I mean, if you don't mind me asking. He grimaces, and I'm immediately aware of how intrusive I'm being. Sorry, you don't have to answer that. I'll make you a deal. When something worth sharing pops into that head of yours, I'll tell you. All right, you've got a deal. He grins at me, and I find it amazing how he seems to shrug off things so easily. As though his entire being is dedicated to only the good things in life. So, what do you think about our humble abode, ignoring the fact that, of course, there's a great fucking hole in the cargo hold? I chuckle at the way Bash manages to flip something as serious as a hole in the spaceship into something of a mere inconvenience. I haven't seen much of it yet. In fact, before I ran into you, I was pretty lost. No one's given you the tour? The outrage! You think we were a band of bloody savages if you didn't know any better. Have you met the captain yet? No. Bash gives a scoff and a laugh, then shakes his head in amusement. Probably for the best. The man's got a chip on his shoulder like I've never seen before. Just stay clear of his warpath and you'll be okay, kid. Let's see, who else do we have around here? You said you've already met June. Watch out for that pet of his. Sharp teeth and confined spaces are not a good mix. Let me tell you now. Don't ask me how I know that. His pet? You'll know it when you see it. I see. Trust me. He shudders, and now I'm even more intrigued. Somehow I'll have to find a way to meet his pet. There's the pilot, too. Now there's a pocket rocket if I'd ever seen one. Too bad she wasn't a fan of the water tank plans I drew up. One of them catalfins, you know? What I wouldn't give to see the full-blown space mermaid in all their watery glory. Oh, that was the last one. It was like a humanoid water mermaid vibe. His mind drifts elsewhere, and when I clear my throat, he shrugs and shakes his head. She'd rather live like a lowly old human. Can't see the sense in that, personally. Riona was the one who patched you up. You've met her, I'm guessing? Yeah, we've been introduced. She seems lonely. Yeah, she is. Well, there's plenty I could say about her, but I'll save it for another time. His face changes as he talks about Riona. It becomes softer somehow. You've obviously met me, the most handsome and talented engineer this side of Callius X. I would say that's all you need to know, but I'm sure there's someone else. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting someone? He holds a finger against his lip, and I can't tell if he's serious or if this is all just for dramatic effect. He snaps his fingers in front of him, grinning at me, as we walk through the set of double doors. Oh, guess we're meeting someone. Yes, the assassin. Says he's a spy, but between you and me, I can see him sneaking up on me from a mile away. He leans in closer to whisper the last part, his eyes glinting with an unmistakable mischief. He's always lurking in the shadows, playing with his knives. You know, this one time I swear I saw him. Saw me what? A little dark brooding nerd. Yeah, I knew he'd be the Keith of the group. Ah, Damon! Hey, girl! Sorry, I was thinking about Damon from Eden's Garden. I love that man. W. Damon. Hey, Damon. I was just telling the newbie about our happy little crew. Delightful. Please don't let me stop you. You know what? I think I hear the captain calling my name. What's that, Cap? You are a quitter. Bash is already halfway across the bridge before I have the chance to say goodbye, leaving me standing on my own at the entrance. Well, not entirely on my own, as Damon is still leaning nonchalantly against the wall next to me. I spare him a nervous glance, my skin prickling under his cold stare. The way he's looking me over makes me feel like I'm not so much of a guest on the ship, but his prey. Trying to ignore his unnerving presence, I survey the front of the ship. The room is spacious, control panels spread across the front, 2 seats for the pilot and co-pilot surrounded by a domed window, and a cluster of seats behind them. I'm gonna start choking and dying. Lord help me. Oh, jeez. I step forward to see through the window up ahead. The view of Salatoa is even more breathtaking from here. I have no idea which planet we're currently passing, but somehow it makes me feel unnervingly small. A tiny, insignificant speck, alone in this vast galaxy. The drifting sound of arguing reaches me, and a couple of people I don't recognize, coupled with June and Bash, pace about the room. Over the grinding of engines and the whir of electronics, I can't quite make out what they're saying, but when I feel a slinking presence behind me, dark and ominous and entirely dangerous, it doesn't matter anyways. The skin on the back of my neck prickles. Everyone I've met so far has been welcoming in their own way, but this man, Damon, Bash called him, feels anything but. My eyes flick to the side, and I know, even before I see, that he's watching me. Yeah, let's talk to him. Actually, let me scroll back and then save right before. Yeah, I think that was the right response if we're trying to kind of, like, get to know everybody. Yeah, hang back. On second thought, it might not be such a good idea to barge into the middle of a debate between people I don't know on a ship I don't belong in the middle of nowhere. Tension hangs in the air so thick you could cut it with a blade. I see now that any interruption would be less than welcome. Good to know you're not as dumb as you look. Oh, Silky? Babe, I can't do that. Good try, though. A silky voice startles me, and I find Damon standing closer than I had expected, staring me down through cold, calculated eyes. He speaks with a tone that leaves me unsure of his intention, and holds a thin blade between his forefinger and his thumb, sheathing it quickly upon catching my wandering eyes. And here I thought, after we found you smack dab in the middle of an attack on the royal palace, that you were a total write-off. Maybe I was wrong. I stare at him dumbly, baffled by the way he exudes so much charm, yet comes off so utterly disrespectful all at the same time. Tall, dark, and handsome is an understatement for the man in front of me, but there's something else, too. Something venomous lingering behind that wolfish smile. Something that seems almost cruel in comparison to the beauty of the rest of him. He just kind of seems like an ass to me. Like, he kind of just seems like he's rude. Look at his face. You're telling me that's tall, dark, and handsome? Number one, he looks like that bro from Pitch Perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's what he looks like to me. That's a better angle. That's, like, less awful and terrible. Damon lets out a long, dramatic sigh as he sizes me up. Nah. Something about your slack jaw and half-witted stare tells me I most certainly wasn't. Put the save over this one. Actually, yeah. Did I ask for your opinion? Should I be the bigger person and ignore him? Oh, I should be the bigger person and ignore him, but I'm not. After what he just said, I don't want to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Did my telepathic mind powers ask for your opinion? Damon blinks as though he hadn't anticipated that kind of response from me. Thank you so much, O wisest of sages, for gifting me with your words. I roll my eyes at him dismissively. This insufferable man is clearly intent on pushing my buttons, and although I'm trying to keep my cool, he's succeeding. Look, I wasn't the one who decided to haul your ass onto the ship. You'd still be stuck in the middle of that battle of Goldus for all I care. He shrugs nonchalantly as he leans back into the wall, seeming content to ignore me. What's your problem? You. You come in here waltzing around and getting all up in our business. I don't trust you. The hardness in his eyes would be enough to dismantle anyone, so I scrunch my nose at him to make my voice even harder. You don't even know me. Exactly. Oh, maybe that wasn't the best interaction. With a scoff, I turn to leave the bridge, thoroughly done with both this conversation and with Damon himself. Oh. Guys. Did we get him? We're trying to get everyone. We're trying to make everyone impressed with us. We got Riona with our kindness. We got Bash by being sexy as fuck. And then the hottest bitch on the block. And now we're about to get this nerd. We did not get that other guy, in fact, because he's probably just like the basic man of the group. Where are you going? Oh, shit, my bad. A silky voice stops me in my tracks, and when I turn to Damon, he's studying me curiously, as if I were some specimen in a lab. I think he just thinks we're hot. Back to my room. But we've only just started having fun. Oh, fuck yeah, I got that, man. Good. Hell yeah. Dude, because they all have a specific personality type that you can get. Riona is the nice one, so if you're just nice to her, she will like you. Bash is the flirty, fun, like, goofball, so if you flirt back, he will not take it. He'll get nervous as fuck, and he'll love and eat it up. This guy, dude, if you meet an asshole, you know how to get an asshole character? Be an ass. Don't fucking fall for their shit. If they're mean to you, be mean back. It's either be mean back or ignore them. Those two things work so well, because they thrive on attention. They just don't want to admit it. So you give this bitch, you don't act like he wants you to? Oh, they eat that shit up. They're like, I'm desperate for your attention now, bitch. I play a little too many dating sims. He pushes himself away from the wall and steps toward me with an unnatural feline grace. Sorry. You know what else I'm good at? Finding out what people want. What they really want. Oh, are we? What is it you truly desire, Kay? His voice still holds what seems to be a perpetually snarky undertone, but something about his questionings make my blood run cold. Oh, really? Is that what I was supposed to get? I didn't get that from there. Regaining my memories would be a good start. That's too easy. He rolls his cold blue eyes at me, clearly unsatisfied with my answer. Bruh, I don't fucking remember anything. What else am I supposed to desire? Okay, but also, like, for real, if he was like, well, that's not it. I'm like, oh, would you like to tell me more with your telepathy skills, bitch? Because I don't remember anything. So how am I supposed to know what my desires are if I don't remember anything? Idiot, now you're just being stupid. Everyone wants something. It's usually dark, twisted, and depraved, but it makes us what we are, who we are. So, what do you want? Dude, I can't even remember anything. I don't know. Nothing, really. Liar. His hooded eyes slide over me suggestively. Ooh! What? Yeah, we got him good, huh? We got that fucker good. Little did he expect me to be a bad bitch. His lips pulling up at one side. I'll find out what it is sooner or later. Oh, we got him on the hook. Hook, line, and sinker. Oh, ooh, wait, save it again. Return. I'd like to see you try. You can try, but I doubt you get that far. What makes you think I'd ever open up to you? What makes you think that you wouldn't? He takes a step towards me and cocks his head to the side, the fluorescent lights of the ship casting shadows over his sharp features. Being near Damon feels like being stuck between the opposite ends of a magnet. He pushes you away, only to reel you back in with the same fierce intensity. Let's go. I don't move when his cool fingers grab my chin, ew, and tilt my face towards him, W. My body either unable or unwilling to distance myself from him. Bruh, you knocked that hand right away. Do not give him control like that. That's crazy. I'm always up for a challenge, if you're offering, of course. I hope you don't disappoint. Huh? I never disappoint. Fuck you, bitch. I swallow around the lump in my throat, knowing I'm being lured into one of his traps, and yet I'm unable to keep a conspiratorial grin from tugging at my lips. Damon pulls his bottom lip between his teeth, ew, squeezing my chin just once before he drops his hand and relinquishes his hold. Bruh, you leaning into that territory I don't like, or you're seeming like a I don't know, like a fuckboy. I don't like that shit. The lip bite is crazy. I don't know about that. The ghost of his touch lingers, and I find myself quite unable to move, to breathe, or to do anything other than stand here dumbly and pretend that my insides don't feel like they're slowly but surely caving inwards. Eventually, I clear my throat and awkwardly will my limbs to loosen. Damon chuckles at my attempts to compose myself, his eyes gleaming with the prospect of a challenge. I'm still lost at the moment when footsteps approach, heavy set and clipped, and a gruff voice calls towards us. Who's this white man? That's just Joseph! Guys, we found him! This is what Joseph did before he settled down with Mary. I knew it. He's a captain of a ship. See? Look. What voice did I use for Joseph anyways? It was like your basic ass, like, announcer white voice, right? Okay. Renzer. Damon rolls his eyes. Is that his last name? And his lips curl into a smirk as he winks at me. Blue eyes glinting with amusement. I'll see you later, bitch. I'll get you. You think you got me? I got you. Wrap around my finger. He steps back slowly, one foot behind the other, and slides his hand into his pockets as he turns and grins in that infuriating way. Yeah, the way that my character thinks is hot. Yes, dear. They're dating! Oh my god, they're in love. We can't, guys. We can't step in. Look, they're a couple. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Wah, 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 wah. Sorry. He's off the table now, guys. He's got a boyfriend. What can I say? What can I say? Is this really the time to be messing around? Damon gasps, holding a hand to his chest in mock offense. Oh, so you're... Dude, he's fruity! Messing around? Me? Why, Commander, I would never. Dude, he flirts more with him than with us. We just got deceived. He's got a husband. Okay, let me back up. My bad, King. Let me step off your man. Literally my bad. You guys look so cozy over there, and you know I would never want to intrude. The commander inhaled sharply, shutting his eyes and pinching the bridge of his nose in a clear annoyance. Why are you... He stops, fixing Damon with a dark stare, one that says, "Don't fuck with me," among other things. You know what? This isn't the time for your bullshit, Damon. I need you to go and do your thing, and tell Bash to get Oppo in line, and we'll be paying a visit. Yes, sir. Damon gives a mock salute, pulling a pair of black leather gloves on, and looking thoroughly unimpressed at being interrupted. He turns back before he leaves the bridge, sparing a single glance over his shoulder. Don't wait up for me. They totally kiss on the weekends. You can't tell me otherwise. I'm not sure which one of us he's speaking to, and in the end, I decide I'd rather not know. With a thick swallow, I return to the other man, steeling myself against the wrath Damon so generously invoked in him. Oh, we're left with that guy. Damon was unnerving in his own kind of way, but this man is downright terrifying. He really is not that bad. I don't know, he seems fine. Tall, rigid, and with a scowl so intimidating it makes my blood run cold. Looks like the warm welcome ended with Bash. Hey, what are you doing here? I walked here with my arms and legs. Folding his arms over his broad chest, he stares down at me, bruh. And I try my hardest not to shrink under his glacial glare. Glacial glare. I don't know, I wouldn't be intimidated by this man. Maybe that's just me. Excuse me? He lets out an exasperated huff of air, his sharp jaw tensing with his frustration. Look, I don't have time to babysit a stowaway. Do us all a favor and keep off the bridge, will you? Okay, rude. So I'm actually really happy with how I interacted with that other guy, so I'm gonna re-save over those. My immediate response is just to go, okay. Like, I don't think he's someone that I want to fight with. I could. I don't know if he's that kind of character, though. He seems just, like, really serious. Or whatever. Well, my brain is just to go, okay. Okay, I'll just... Why'd you decide to drag you onto this ship? I'll never know. I blink at him stupidly, attempting to contemplate how exactly one man can be so obnoxious. Your name is Cauldron? That's even more embarrassing. Okay, I actually want to see if... Load this one. Yes. Let's just go with what else am I supposed to do? And what else am I supposed to do? That's not my problem. June was the one who brought you aboard. Why don't you go bother him? What? I'm sorry. Did I not make myself clear? Stay out of my way. I blinked. Yeah. I just want to see which one would be the best one. Because some characters, I figure some of them I can, like, figure out what their, like, code is or whatever. Just exactly who do you think you are? He fixes me with a heavy stare. My stomach drops under the ferocity of it. At least we get to learn his name this way. Cauldron Lynch, captain of this ship. Oh. Well, Captain, shouldn't you be more welcoming to your guests? Not unwelcome ones, no. I blink at him stupidly, attempting to contemplate how one man can be so obnoxious. Damon almost seems like an angel in comparison. Almost. I kind of like that one, because at least we learned his name. Play nice now, Cauldron. A feminine voice calls out from somewhere over the side, but, if anything, it seems to make Captain even more annoyed. My eyes flick upward at him involuntarily. He has the look of a soldier, strong jaw, stiff back, stick up the ass about a mile long. Look, I really don't have time for... Ayame, get this goddamn ship on course. We are not stopping by the Catalfin ruins. I don't give a shit what time of year it is. The woman barks something at him, and I back away slowly, thinking it's probably best to keep out of his way after all. I've barely made 3 steps before he turns, sapphire eyes landing on me in a cold stare and freezing me in place. You're from Goldus. The way he said it isn't a question, but it catches me off guard nonetheless. What? That's where we picked you up, right? Right. So tell me, do you really think this new guy in power, Sovak, is gonna be any better than that greedy son of a bitch before him? I don't know who that is, dog. A flash of anger passes over his features so quickly, I would have missed it if I wasn't looking closely. My eyebrows knit together, confused. Maybe Rihanna was mistaken about my accident. I feel less like I've taken a blow to the head and more like I've been dropped into another galaxy entirely. I don't know. He sneers at me, his lips curled cruelly, and immediately I know I've struck a nerve. You don't know? Is that what all you Goldians wanted? A fucking liberator? Back off, Captain. The woman Ayame warms him, her voice low, but with enough venom coating it to be threatening. Cauldron snorts, ignoring her. How do I know you're not one of his lackeys? Maybe this whole memory loss ploy was a way to get on the ship. You think I want this? To not know who I am? Who knows? What'd you say to worm your way into my crew? He takes a step towards me, and it's so intimidating that it takes everything I have to not move a muscle. You're unbelievable. And you're becoming a pain in the ass. So I'm going to ask you one last time. He points a finger at me, and I resist the urge to shove it away. Are you working for Sovak? Who the fuck is that? We're going to save again. I actually did like that response of standing up to him, so I'm going to keep that. T. Okay. Return. This is the only one that I'm like, I'm not really sure what he wants me to say, so I'm just going to pick different ones, and we'll see. Are you always such a dick? Who? Should I do that? Are you always such a dick? His jaw tenses, teeth ground tight. Watch who you're speaking to like that, unless you want to join the goddamn supplies on the wrong side of this cruiser. My chest heaves with anger, but I hold my tongue. He is the captain, after all, even if his manners leave much to be desired. Nah, I don't care. Know this, until we reach our destination, all eyes will be on you. I'm not your enemy, you don't need to be so paranoid. Paranoia is the least of my worries. Sovak is not a man to be trifled with. If you don't like him, then maybe he's not so bad. It takes only a second to know that was the wrong thing to say. Yeah, okay, let's maybe try something else then. I love being the bitch to fight back, but yeah, it's seeming like he's not... Let's actually go here. Let's just pull an okay. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, stick up the ass. Yep. Finding the way back. Looks back at you. You're from Goldus. Okay, so he still picks this fight either way. Cool, right? So tell me. I don't know. Oh, and it immediately says I don't know. I didn't even get to pick this time. Wait, no. Wait, was that the same thing? No. Without that. That's still the same. I think genuinely a genuine reaction to have would be to get annoyed. So I don't know if that was a good response. Who? I don't even know who that is. He closes his eyes and pinches the bridge of his nose tight, and I can almost see whatever shred of patience he's had left wither and die. I don't know what else he expected me to say. I have no idea who this Sovak is. Just tell me what the hell you're doing on my ship. Your guess is as good as mine. Sounds to me like I need to have a word with June about picking up strays. My chest heaves with anger, but I hold my tongue. He is the captain, after all, even if his manners leave much to be desired. Until this. Oh, yeah, same thing. Okay, great. Well, good to know it really barely changed. It was just the little choices of mine. I wouldn't date this motherfucker anyways, so it's fine. Oh, we say it anyways. Okay, so his lips curl back from his teeth, revealing a scowl so venomous my eyes widen. Not so bad. You think murder, deceit, and radicalism isn't so bad? His growl echoes straight through me, and I inhale sharply, meeting him head on. Sovak, the bastard who forced the Crown Council to name him king. But not before killing the entire royal family. Think about that, will you? King Furnace, the 3 queens, and their 11 children murdered. His eyes are blazing, the fury made obvious by the growl in his voice and the flush of his skin. Now how about you tell me again how he's not so bad? Oh, queen. For fuck's sake, Cauldron, have you really got to be a raging asshole 98% all of the time? She grabs Cauldron by the arm, hoisting him back, while she back a step while she glares up at him. They're not responsible for the mess we're in. He fixes her with an equally hard stare, the tension between them palpable as he grits out from the between clenched teeth. Set the course now. Would it kill you to say please? Please. Yeah, that's your girlfriend for sure. She's the only bitch who's able to control your ass. She rolls her eyes at him as she storms back to the cockpit controls. You suck, dude. I guess that's the pilot. The confusion must show on my face because when Cauldron turns to me again, he lets out a defeated sigh, rubbing his hand tiredly over his face. You really don't remember anything? His voice is surprisingly gentle now. I shake my head, unable to tear my gaze away from his. Okay, so us having the reaction of, I don't know. Probably the best one to go with. There's something about those eyes. They're blue. Let's get over it. Cauldron's got a wall around him a mile high. That much is obvious. But every now and then there's a flicker of something, and we're not going to figure it out, because I don't like this guy already. Well, I liked Brian. We'll see. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was sadness. He inhales sharply, the red flush of anger melting away as he waves a dismissive hand at me. Whatever. I've got shit to do. Head back to your room. It's yours for the time being. I'll have someone check on you later. Another pause. I think, agree. I'm still reeling at this confrontation, but there isn't any point in prolonging the argument. It's clear that this man is stubborn as a mule. Fine. Good. Great. We pause for a moment and stare at each other, and when he grins, there's something about it that catches me off guard, and has me struggling to right myself. Good to see you have some common sense after all. I'm walking away now. Wait. Oh, we got the little picture. Yeah, we're gonna get everybody. What did you say your name was? I didn't, but it's Kay. He gives me a strange look, eyebrows quirked, and then he shakes his head as if deciding he doesn't care after all. Well, whoever you are, we'll be dropping you off in Terrarium once we get there. I suggest you come up with a plan before then. The streets of Nos Vega are not too kind to the unprepared. Wow, how generous of you to drop me off somewhere that's really dangerous for me. Until then, unless you can do something useful, which I highly doubt, stay out of the way. He turns to leave the room, but not before giving me another once-over, sizing me up. I get my gun. I'm joking. What? Not really. I stand there dumbly as I watch the captain leave the bridge, the sound of his heavy-set footstep disappearing beneath the hiss of the closing door. Sorry about him. It isn't personal if it helps. You don't need to apologize. Actually, let me back that up. I think that was a good response, so we're good. Reset. You don't need to apologize. I glare towards the door that Cauldron has just disappeared through. Cadleron? I don't know. I'm reading it as Cauldron. He's welcome. I think there needs to be a U there for it to be Cauldron, but now it's going to be Cauldron forever. Caldron? It's probably Caldron. Sorry. He's Cauldron now. That's how... You know what? He didn't respect me. Now he's Cauldron. His words still rubbing me in all the wrong places. You're not the one who should be apologizing. Huh. You sound just like him. In an instant, my dark glower snaps from the door to Ayame. Oopsies. Being compared to the captain is certainly not something I appreciate. I'm sorry, but trust me on this. Cauldron is complicated, but he's a good guy deep down. Very deep down. There's nothing complicated about being civil or having basic manners. Or both. Come on, I saw you talking to Damon before. Cauldron came around. He's not exactly the Lord of Niceville either. Yeah, but I can deal with a dick who can be a flirt, but I can't deal with someone who's just an ass to be an ass. It's like, they're like different kind of assholes. Damon is like emo brooding asshole, where like, if you ignore him or if you give him his shit back, he thinks it's hot or he like respects you or something. Cauldron is just like high and mighty, big ass ego in like the like toxic masculinity kind of way. Like he just thinks he's better than everybody else. And I just don't like that. Yeah, but at least he didn't call me useless. Oh. She sighs as she tugs on the thin braid hanging by her shoulder. There's a braid hanging by her shoulder? No, I'll see it. Anyways. and blows out a breath. Well, we're a little cuckoo around here. Try not to let it get to you. Like I said, it's nothing personal. Besides, I can teach you a thing or two, like how to tell them both to take a hike. In a more colorful language, of course. Look at her little thing around her hand. She laughs and the sound is infectious. Soon enough, I'm smiling with her, and it's a relief to know that the ship's not entirely filled with douchebags. Though, suddenly it crosses my mind that perhaps Ayame and Cauldron are more than just crewmates or friends. They would certainly make an odd pair, but they do seem pretty close. Though the last thing I want is to pry, and when it comes down to it, it really is none of my business. What's on your mind? I can hear the cogs turning from here. If you want to ask me something, go ahead. I won't bite. Unless you want me to. Oh! Yo, she wants to kiss. Unless she's dating someone. Ask her. It's nothing really. I was just wondering if, you and the captain seem close. Are you two... My voice trails off, and the expression on her face is one that shifts from careless confidence into something of utter disbelief. Ugh. You want to know if we're a thing? A laugh escapes her, one that I would dare say borders on hysterical. I watch as she runs her hands through her hair, drawing my attention to the gear attached to the side of her head. It looks like advanced tech, but what really catches my eye are the thin gills on the side of her neck, moving ever so slightly with each breath she takes. She's Catalfin. We're definitely not a couple. Never. Ew. Gross. She makes a gagging sound before snorting with laughter once again. He's more like a lame older brother. We were in Orsana's guard together, and we've looked out for each other as long as I can remember. Oh, that makes sense. A lot more sense, actually. I feel a little foolish for having thought otherwise. Hang on, you really asked me if I'm single before we've been properly introduced. And I thought I was the bold one. Oh, we got her too, bitch. That was even hard. She said flirt. Oh, that looks way more like a braid. It's just me, I'm the problem. Her grin widens, and I open my mouth to protest, only to realize there's no argument. I did ask her relationship status before introducing myself. This is awkward. My name's Ayane, though. I'm sure you've already guessed that by the way Cal was shouting at me earlier. But please, call me Aya. Ayame just sounds so cauldron, don't you think? I don't know what accent I'm giving. Don't ask. Save it again. I don't regret asking her that. I asked the important questions first. My lips curl into a smile, wicked enough to match her own, though I'm not quite sure where the confidence is coming from. Perhaps Aya's just rubbing off on me. You could say I was asking the most important question first. Ayame flushes, and I know I've caught her off guard. I bite down on my tongue to keep myself from laughing at the way her eyebrows shoot upwards. My name's Kay. Not quite as beautiful as Ayame, but it does the job. Okay. I did not see that coming. I wish I could tease her even more, but the way my shoulders are shaking with laughter, I suspect she's already caught me out. Well done, Kay. I can't remember the last time someone caught me off guard like that. But it won't be easy next time, amigo. Yo! Queen. Kiss, kiss. I like her. She's feisty. I shrug as if it doesn't matter, but in my head, I'm already preparing myself. I'm just happy to hear that there'll be a next time. I return the smile she gives me, but thinking about that, however, brings me back to the memory of Cauldron and his ultimatum, and it quickly fades. I hardly know these people on the ship, but somehow the thought of being alone out there in the world, not knowing where I came from, is short of terrifying. Hey, what killed your mood? June filled us in on what happened with you. I'm sorry, by the way. Did you just remember something? I wish. Nah, I'm just not sure how much longer I'll be here. Why's that? You got someplace to go? Oh, shit. Oh, we're fine. No, not particularly. The captain made it pretty clear that I'll be on my own once we get to Terrarium. Aya's eyebrows shoot up at me as she stares at me, a mixture of shock and anger twisting her features. What the? He said he's dropping you off in Terrarium. Terrarium? Yeah, he said it's your next stop, isn't it? It is, but... Do you know anyone on Terrarium? Got any place to go? Any plans? I shake my head over and over. In answer to her questions, my past is still very much a blur, and these people are the only ones I remember knowing. With an exasperated huff, Aya throws her hands in the air, pacing the floor in front of me. Is he out of his freaking mind? No, he must have completely lost it now. It's okay, Aya. I can take care of myself. I'll ask around and get a job or something to keep me going while I try to get my life in order. I try to reassure her because the last thing I want is to cause trouble for one of the few people who have been so kind to me. This crew has already saved my life. It doesn't seem right to ask for any more from them than that. Aya stops pacing, pulling her bottom lip between her teeth as she turns to me. It's not fine. A job in Terranium. I'm getting it. Fitting for yourself in that place when you don't even know where your last name? She puts a hand on my shoulder and looks me dead in the eye. At once I begin to understand a little of how she managed to keep a pair like Damon and Cauldron in check. Look, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna let that dumbass leave you stranded in... She stops at the sound of the opening door and the sight of a figure who steps onto the bridge with us. Kay, what are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to get some rest? I'm startled by the hardness in Riona's tone. Sorry, I didn't give her that, buddy. Turning to find the medic staring at me with her hands on her hips and her foot tapping expectantly. What's all this fuss about? Oh, sorry, wrong person. Sorry, we were talking and then I found the dumbass is thinking about doing something even dumber. I lost my cool, Rai. Riona's expression softens and her gaze settles on Aya. Then would you go and deal with it, Aya? But please don't drag Kay along with you. They need a rest, and if they have any hope of recovering their memories. You'd better do what Riona says. You don't want to see her when she's mad. Ayame smiles at me sheepishly, giving my arm a quick and affectionate squeeze before she heads towards the door. Aye, Doc, I'm on it. Slay. Her footsteps fade as she leaves, and Riona turns to me, and I brace myself. You should be resting, Kay. Come on. I'll show you to your room. Her smile is soft, but the firmness in her voice makes it clear that I don't have a choice in the matter. Answering only with a small smile of my own, I follow her from the bridge. Riona safely delivers me to my room with a promise to check on me later, and I promptly fall down onto my bed with a sigh. My body is still aching enough to be a bother, and the time I've spent traipsing around the ship hasn't done me any favors. I didn't notice so much at the time, but now that I'm here, resting, doesn't sound half bad. Time passes, and after what I feel like is hours of laying in bed, tossing and turning as I attempt to get some sleep, I eventually give up. I sit on the side of my bed and sigh, my mind stuck in an endless, exhausting loop. The harder I try to think about my past, the harder my brain seems to rebel against me. Nothing feels right. Nothing at all. And on top of that, I need to come up with a plan for when we get to Terranium. I don't remember much of the Junker planet, but I know it sure as hell isn't the kind of place you want to wind up alone. Gambling dens, arenas, bars, strip clubs. What exactly am I supposed to do in a place like that? I'm startled by a knock at the door, and with a sigh, I push myself up to my feet and cross the door to answer it. Cross the room to answer it. When I hit the panel to open the door, I find myself face to face with, oh, I can pick? Okay, so instead of doing that, that's where we're going to stop for now. Because this is like my day 2 in my brain. Oh, what a W. So far, I think it's cool. I don't remember anything. It low-key seems like everyone's low-key kind of lying to me. Like, a little bit. Like, the things that they've mentioned kind of sound like lies. And we already don't know who these people are, what they're up to, what they've been doing. You know, yes, we know they were at the coup, but we don't know why they were there. We know that Riona was trying to heal people, but she obviously has mixed feelings about how that would go. You know, so it seems like, I don't necessarily think they're bad people, but I think that there's something going on here that they're not telling us, and that may be crazy. So, yeah, we're still on episode 1, but we're already running a little long, so I think I'm going to end it here. So, I hope you had so much fun, maybe as much fun as I've had, maybe even more. And I'll see all you dudes in the next one. Bye!